Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here with North Polk basketball. Whoa! Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back following the girls basketball who were able to take down number 5 Gilbert by 1 point.
Wow.
And that was a very exciting game, and I'm hoping this game is just exciting. North Polk is following a 29-point loss to Pella Tuesday night. As they started off well, after half they were only down by 9. They looked like they're going to be hanging away in there for a while, and then Pella really started pushing it out there in the second half. North Polk really wasn't able to stop their fast-paced offense as well as just their inside presence in total.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I got to say that the last game we just saw, the girls' game, might be the most electrifying game of basketball I have ever seen. I believe the score, me and Colby pretty much said that game was over. I believe when the score was 50 to 60 or 50 to 45, and the game ends up 62 to 61, and it just, it was about 20 seconds left. We saw huge scores from both sides.
We about jinxed that game away, so we're reminded to never make comments like that again during broadcasting.
Yeah,
that was very close and uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but,
if we would have lost a game like that, that wouldn't have looked good for us. Yeah. I made the joke that they'd fire us, except we're literally the only people they can find to do this job. So, suppose they won't.
But yeah, though North Polk got blown out last game, we did see a couple pieces that are good things about the team. We saw Jevin Sullivan being able to create his own shot opportunities and create enough space to get shot off, as well as being able to move the ball and have a great playmaking presence to get his teammates open and get shots for his teammates as well.
Absolutely.
We also saw Andrew Weig there.
Oh,
being
yes.
able to knock down the deep threes.
Yeah, I believe he knocked down.
He was 4 for 4 in the first half of that game.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He went scoreless in the second half, but we saw that he has the ability to knock down the deep ball, and that'll be a good thing for this team. I
know. He's earned the nickname The Wiggle from the student section. Wiggle himself. That's number 21, Andrew Weig. I got to say, he looked good out there, he was knocking down those easy shots. I'm excited to see what he does this game.
And starting here for the Gilbert Tigers, we're going to have number 1, Matthew Aki. We're going to have number 21, Anthony Tarones. Number 23, Tanner Henningsen. And number 30, Jack Dresser. As well as number 1, Matthew. Oh, I already said Matthew Aki. Can't see the other number. Looks like 20, Jacob Papish.
Yeah, I'm excited to see all these players go down. There he is. I believe he's the sole senior on the starting lineup this game. Kobe Bouchard. Kobe Bouchard, great player. He seemed a little hesitant to shoot the ball last game. This game, I hope he's gotten past that and he's willing to just drop him down. Luke Merring, didn't see a lot out of him last game. Otherwise, great defensive player. Thomas Jones, the best defensive player on the team. That's right, I'll say it. He had a crazy nice 3 last game. Everyone loved to see that. Looked good. There's Wiggle himself, the 3-point mastermind of the first half. And Jevin Sullivan, the playmaker, arguably one of the best players on the North Polk Comets right now. I think it's going to be a great game. I don't know too much about either of the teams this early in the season, but I think both of them are very solid. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, it should be an exciting game. I've talked to a couple of players before this game, and they're excited going into it. They have a lot of confidence. I talked to Kobe Bouchard, and he says that it should be a really good matchup, and that North Polk definitely thinks that they're going to come out with this win tonight.
And you got to have that confidence going into this game. A 29-point loss can be kind of disheartening to most people, but I'm really hoping to see that this team just comes out of the gates and they're willing to fight.
And we're going to have Tanner Henningsen against Andrew Weig here for the tip. We'll see who wins this one as this game is now underway. North Polk wins the tip-off. Kobe Bouchard now with the Comets. Kicks it over to Sullivan for the deep 3. Jevin Sullivan fires right away for the North Polk Comets.
First blood from Sullivan. He's got to come out fast. He's got to come out hard.
We saw them get down by 11 early last game, but they are the first ones on the board. As Gilbert turns the ball over, North Polk will have possession once again.
Let's see if the Comets can utilize this opening momentum right here. That's exciting.
Jevin will inbound here for the North Polk Comets. Finds Kobe. Gilbert, just like the girls' team, we're seeing a full court press here. North Polk needs to get the ball past half as Kobe looks up the middle, and 10-second violation is called. Too long there trying to get the ball past.
Yeah, it looks like the full court press defense is going to be something that we see in all the Gilbert teams tonight. The girls did it very well. Looks like the boys are doing it great too.
Inbounds to Tyrones. Tyrones looks down low to Dresser, but Dresser can't hit the layup. Screen there by Jones as Sullivan is able to lay it in. Nice screen there by Jones to set up the perfect layup.
Sullivan's going to be for
Dresser
5 points already.
In the corner there to Aki for 3. No good.
Whoa.
Sullivan on the rebound. Sullivan pushes the ball up the floor here for the Comets. Sullivan over to Mehring. Mehring drives inside. Mehring lays that up and in.
Yes, sir. Yes,
7-0 here for the North Polk Comets, and we're a minute 15 into this game.
You know, the Comets started last game down 14-0.
Passes to nobody but the Comets defense as Kobe takes that pass away. Bouchard looking for something to do on offense.
Getting a little caught on the wiggle right there.
Hands it off to Mehring. Mehring over to Weig. Weig looks to drive up top, hands it off to Mehring. Mehring up top to Jevin. Jevin tripped up there as that ball's knocked away. Kobe Bouchard coming behind, tries to steal it. No shot. Foul on the ground by Kobe Bouchard. Chasing down Jacob Papish there on the fast break. Tyrone's
that's going to keep the Gilbert Tigers scoreless, 0-7 thus far.
Inbounds to Aki. Aki drives in. Nice lay there and one there. Aki will be at the line for one.
Yeah, that's all it takes. I believe last game the Comets started out at a 11-point difference. I believe Pella was up 11 before they even got a single point. And now we're in the boys' game right now against Gilbert. And they started 7-0 up against the Tigers. Tigers looking to make it 7-3.
And Manock will check in here for Bouchard. Aki for one. And he converts on the and one as it is 7-3, 6 minutes remaining here in the first. Jevin Sullivan passes it over to Manock. Manock gets it past half court to Mehring. Mehring looks to drive inside, hands it off to Jones. Jones drives in, tries to throw it baseline to Manock, but pass is stolen away. Aki here with the ball now for the Tigers. Aki over to Henningsen. Henningsen for the layup is fouled. He'll be at the line for 2. Foul will be called on number 14, Thomas Jones. That'll be his first. Henningsen at the line here for 2. His first trip to the line. As the first one is good, 7-4. North Polk leads by 3.
You know, if Gilbert's going to keep making these free throws, the Comets need to stop fouling them right now.
Henningsen. Second one at the line is good. He's 2 for 2. Mehring.
Hunter Manock has entered the game.
Passes over to Sullivan. Back to Manock. Manock looks up to Mehring, but gets it over to Sullivan. They have to get it back across half, and he finds Mehring across half court. Mehring drives inside open lane, tries to lay it up, but a little pressure causes him to miss. Dresser now for the Tigers. Drives in. Nice lay there.
There it is.
By Jack Dresser.
That's going to tie this game right up.
At 7. Sullivan over to Manock.
This press defense is working a little too well on the Comets, I'd say.
Sullivan stripped away there by Tyrones. Aki recovers. Aki tries to get it inside there to Dresser. Pass is tipped away.
That'll stay down here. Nope. That's going to go the other way.
Pass looked to be tipped away by Manock. Kind of a blown call there by the ref as he says it's North Polk ball, but hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in a game that's clearly going to be close, or at least I hope it's going to be a close game, judging by the looks of it.
Sullivan
I believe that's
to Mehring.
Going to be something we need.
Mehring over to Sullivan. Sullivan up to Manock. Manock back to Mehring. Got to get it across half. And gets it to Manock across half. Manock looks to Thomas Jones in the middle, but the pass is thrown away. Aki now. Back to Henningsen for 3. 3 is no good by Henningsen. Manock tries to tie the ball up there. No jump ball is called. Aki recovers the loose ball. Over to Hansen.
The Tiger defense. Whew.
Hansen up top to Aki. Aki over to Tyrones. Tyrones for 3. That's good.
Tigers going to take their first lead of the night up 10-7.
Anthony Tyrones gets the 3-point lead now here for the Gilbert Tigers. As Thomas Jones has it. Gets it to Sullivan for the 3. And can't answer back with his own 3-pointer. Still a 3-point lead by the Tigers. Papish kicks inside there to Johnson. Johnson's no good on the layup. Sullivan now for the Comets. In the corner now to Manock. Back up top to Jones. Jones over to Sullivan. Sullivan looks to drive inside. Nice spin there as he gets the lay.
Yes, sir.
Cuts the lead down to 1. Aki looks to drive in, throws it up there. No good. Manock on the rebound. Manock will bring the ball down the floor here quick. Kicks it up to Mehring. Mehring loses control of the ball. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Gilbert's ball
with a big
underneath.
takeaway like that, you simply cannot miss those passes. That would have been a really nice point for the Comets to have, being down by 1 right now.
We see Crabb and Mathis check in the game here for the Comets.
This is
Henningsen
Nathaniel Crabb, number 1.
inbounds to Dresser. Dresser up the floor to Johnson. Johnson over there to Hansen. Hansen up top to Henningsen for 3. Henningsen hits the 3, wide open on the right wing.
You know, wide open threes.
Manock gets it to Sullivan. Sullivan, double team, gets it back to Manock. Pass is intercepted. Manock throws it right into the hands of Aki and fouls Hansen there. Hansen will be at the line for the and 1 opportunity. 3-point play chance right here for the Gilbert Tigers.
Yeah. You know, the Comets are going to have to do something about this press defense. It is punishing them. They are not able to get anything done right now. You know, I feel like if they can't find a way to get past that, then they are not going to win this basketball game.
It'll be a North Polk timeout here. And obviously we're not allowed in the huddle, so it's just up to interpret what the coach is telling them. And he's got to be telling them to stop the ball. At first, Gilbert started off real slow. North Polk was able to get to that 7-0 lead. And North Polk has been super slow for now as Gilbert has just pushed the ball into the paint and scored.
Yeah. And, you know, Matthew Aki of Gilbert, you know, he's been doing fantastic right now tonight. I believe he's 3 points. He's been really driving towards the basket, though. You know, been really getting in there. He had that and 1.
As Tucker Hansen here has a chance for a 3-point play for the Gilbert Tigers. And he converts. It is now a 7-point lead for the Tigers. Jevin inbounds there to Mathis. Mathis double-teamed. Gets it across half to Manock. Manock over in the corner to Jones. Jones double-teamed in the corner. Jones up top to Sullivan. Sullivan over to Mathis. Mathis in the corner to Crabb. Nathan Crabb here. Crabb over to Jevin Sullivan. Sullivan up top. Looks to drive in. Pump fakes. Lays it up. Can't get it to drop, but he is fouled. He'll be out the line for 2.
You know, down there in the corner you saw Thomas Jones get double-teamed. But, you know, Thomas Jones, I got to say, he's clearly the most muscular guy in this court, but he's definitely the toughest. You know, I feel like no one can stop him. Once, you know, if you give him the ball like that, he's definitely going to fight for it.
First one for Sullivan is no good. Hoping he can get the second one here to cut that lead down to just 6.
Yeah. Student sections, both student sections, even Gilbert seem to be making a lot of noise for number 11, Trevor Mathis.
Second one drops. Papish kicks it over to Hansen. Hansen up top there to Papish. Papish drives inside. Tries to get it to Dresser. Pass is tipped out of bounds by Jevin Sullivan.
Number 1, Matthew Aki. I ran track with his older brother. Very, very great competitor. You know, I see the same thing in him. He seems to be very aggressive, very strong, very confident.
Dresser drives in, hands it off there to Papish. Papish inside, spins around, fading middies, no good. Johnson is there on the offensive rebound. A jump ball will be called. It'll be Gilbert Tigers' possession. As Henningsen and Tyrones are checked back in the game here for the Tigers, Johnson and Aki will catch a break. Tyrones inbound here for the Gilbert Tigers. Finds Hansen up top. Hansen now hands it off to Henningsen. Henningsen out to Terrones. Terrones is called for the travel. Took a step there before dribbling.
Looks like number 3 ought to pack his bags because he is traveling.
Sullivan will inbound here. Bouchard has checked in the game for Mannock. North Polk has got to beat this press. They've been struggling a little bit to get the ball past half. That is almost tipped away by Terrones, but it is called out of bounds on him.
Fantastic move by Bouchard letting that one go out.
They got to get the ball up the floor quickly here and try to beat this press. They're running a 2-2-1 right now, and it seems to be a little too much here for
I know it's not quite visible on the screen, but Thomas Jones
Mathis
open
gets the ball
downfield.
past half. In the corner
Down
to Crab.
court.
Crab drives inside. Lays it up strong. He'll be at the line for 2.
On these throw-in plays, a way to get past it might just be have Jevin Sullivan channel that Brett Favre and just yeet that thing down the field, down the court. Oh, my bad.
Crab at the line for his first. First one is off the front of the rim. Can't cut the lead to 5. Hoping to do that here on the second. Matt Crab will check in here for Jevin Sullivan. Nathan Crab, the brother of Nathan Crab.
Yeah, Nathan Crab was on the state cross-country team this year.
Nathan Crab is number 1. Matt Crab is number 5. As Nathan Crab can't get the second one to go, but grabs his own rebound. Gets it up top to Jones. Jones over to Bouchard. Bouchard over to Matt Crab for 3. No good.
Oh. Barely off the mark.
Rebounded by Johnson. Aki with the ball. Aki drives inside, open lane, and it's wide open layup there by Matthew Aki. Kobe Bouchard to inbounds. Struggles to find someone, finds Matt Crab. Matt Crab back to Bouchard. Bouchard tries to get it up to Crab. Almost thrown away, but a foul will be called on Terrones.
Oh.
The crowd does not seem happy with that call, but there was quite a bit of contact there. As Jevin Sullivan checks in for Matt Crab.
Oh, that looks like a fair call to me. Gilbert did not seem to agree with that call.
Sullivan will inbound. Sullivan finds Bouchard. Got to get the ball up the floor here quickly.
Bouchard's going to get that
Bouchard
across
crosses half court, gets it up to Jevin Sullivan for a deep 3. No good. Bounces all around the rim and out.
You know what? I'm going to have Jevin take that shot every day, though.
Terrones behind the back, drives in, floats it up there, no good. Sullivan there for the rebound as it's tipped by Bouchard. Sullivan looks to drive inside, lays it up into the body of Henningsen, no good on the lay.
Sullivan not connecting with a lot of shots right now.
Dresser hands it to Henningsen. Henningsen inside, lays it up all around the rim and out. Mathis is on the ground now with the ball, almost turns it over. Travel is called as he stands up with the ball. Mathis is clearly frustrated. Zweig is checked in the game here for Jones.
Yeah, it's calls like that. It's the little things like that. Got to be careful.
Terrones will inbound, finds Henningsen. Terrones for 3, off the front rim, no good.
There's Sullivan. There's the Brett Favre
nice
move.
Pass there.
Oh!
Nathan Crab can't have control of the ball and loses it out of bounds.
Nathan Crab going to miss that. He looks just about as upset as everyone else on North Polk's side right now.
Johnson gets it across court to Dresser. Dresser over to Aki. Aki for 3. And that's good. Aki with the hand of Bouchard in his face.
That's going to put the Comets under 11 points.
11-point deficit here as 20 seconds remain in the first. Sullivan up at the top of the key here for the Comets. Got to do something. 10 seconds on the clock here. Got to look for a way to score before the break. Bouchard finds Weig. Weig over to Sullivan. Almost thrown away. Sullivan for 3 at the buzzer. Just off. Just a little left as North Polk is down 10-21 at the end of the first quarter. North Polk came out strong on a 7-0 run, but Gilbert is coming out on a 21-3 run here to finish that quarter. North Polk can't find an answer to their offense. They've just been punishing them inside and from deep, and North Polk can't find a way to stop them.
Absolutely. I'm worried about Jevin Sullivan. He's missing a couple shots right now, and I just hope his confidence isn't waived because I'm going to have him take those shots every day of the week. If he can keep putting them up there, he's going to make some of those. I definitely think he's got to start, focusing a little more on those. But the Gilbert defense is just a real issue. They're pressing the whole court. The Comets struggled really early on to even get it across the center line. But Matthew Aki, you really got to talk about him. Number one, he's been doing fantastic tonight. They don't have his points up on the board right now, but I believe he is at 8 or 9.
Yeah, North Polk is also going to have to do something defensively in order to try to find a way to stop this Gilbert offense. Gilbert's offense has just been a little too tough for him, and it's just been punishing North Polk inside.
Yeah. And we are returning back to the game.
The second quarter here is underway. 8 minutes here before halftime as Jevin Sullivan will inbound here for the Comets. Finds Bouchard. Picked up by Terrones. Terrones falls back past half. Kobe gets past half. Kobe tries to find Thomas Jones out of bounds. Pass is thrown away. Henningsen will inbound here to Terrones.
I couldn't tell if there's a miscommunication or if Bouchard was seeing ghosts.
Terrones back to Henningsen. Henningsen throws it up to Johnson past half to Dresser. Over to Aki for another corner three. No good. Bouchard is there on the rebound. Bouchard will take the ball past half. Bouchard drives inside, looks to lay it up, is stripped by Terrones. Weig steals the pass away, hits the ground hard.
Andrew Weig is down.
Weig is in pain.
Oh, the crowd does not seem to be happy about that. Andrew Weig holding his elbow. I believe they're going to take him right out. They're going to put Trevor Mathis in. Wow, Gilbert is not letting North Polk get any shots off right now, and that's starting to become a real issue for the Comets as they're now trailing by 11.
As Terrones will inbound here, finds Aki. Aki to Henningsen on the dish. Right to Henningsen for the lay. Bouchard over to Sullivan. Sullivan has the ball picked up by Dresser. Sullivan to Bouchard. Bouchard looks to set up the offense here for the Comets. Bouchard spins, hands it off to Maring. Maring drives inside, step back, fades. No good. Misses that. Aki here. Nice little fancy layup there is no good. As Terrones drives inside. Aki for the corner three, wide open. That's good. 16-point deficit here for the Comets. Coach Wilkins calls a timeout.
It is absolutely evident the Comets need to stop getting Matthew Aki that wide open corner three because he's going to knock that down every time, except for the one that he missed it on. Right now he has 11 points on the night. That makes up almost half of his team's points when combined with number 23 for Gilbert. That's gonna total up 18 points. That's way more than the Comets have scored, and that's not a good thing. An update on Andrew Weig's injury on the sideline is it appears to be on his non-shooting hand. So we could see, or on his elbow, his non-shooting elbow. He appears to be working it decently fine over there. It wouldn't surprise me if he returns to this game.
Looks like he just landed on his funny bone a little weird. He should be fine. Sullivan inbounds to Maring. Maring tries to get it to Kobe Bouchard. Kobe Bouchard saves that wild pass by Maring. Sullivan has to get the ball past half. Finds Maring. Passes long, out of bounds. North Polk has got to clean it up here. It's been sloppy play all around for the Comets offense.
I know the North Polk's lifting program is fantastic, but maybe the muscles get a little too big. They keep on way overthrowing these passes.
Papish inbounded to Terrones. Terrones will take the ball up the floor. Terrones up top to Aki. Aki slips, stolen away by Bouchard. Bouchard gets it to Mathis. Bouchard will take the ball up the floor, picked up by Aki. Bouchard over to Mathis. Mathis looks to drive in, kicks it over to Maring. Maring over to Sullivan. Sullivan on the wing now, drives inside. Looks to pass to Bouchard, stolen away by Aki. Aki with the wide open lane, down the floor. Another fast break bucket there by the Gilbert
But he didn't
Tigers.
dunk it, though.
Jevin Sullivan gets it up the floor to Maring. Maring should have been called for the travel, but they let that go as Mathis has the open mitting, airballs that. Thomas Jones on the rebound. Thomas Jones laid up.
Maring finishing that one up.
Henningsen inbounds to Terrones. Terrones now drives inside, finds an open lane, lays it up, and one. Terrones will be at the line for one.
Comets are going to go down by 18 points before half. 5 minutes still remaining. Looks like Mannock and Crab are headed into the game.
Tyrones will be at the line for one.
Andrew Weig on the sideline. He's looking good. His arm seems to be moving all right.
The first one is good. His only one is good. It was an and one. Converts on the and one opportunity, 12-31 with 5:38 remaining in the half.
Jones.
Deep pass there by Mannock. Risky, but it pays off. But Jones's pass is stolen away. Aki down the floor again. Aki lays it up. Nice scoop layup there, but no good. Hansen on the rebound. Nice three there by number 21, Anthony Tyrones.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in physical pain. Matthew Aki with the steals and then the shots and then the rebounds by Gilbert. And then this press defense.
Chucks it up the floor to Mathis. Stolen away again.
Oh! Overthrown.
By Papish. Papish hands it off to Tyrones. Tyrones on the corner. Nice dribble moves there. Drives inside. Papish drives it baseline. And Henningsen for the lay. Another and one opportunity here for the Gilbert Tigers.
Right now the Comets have 7 fouls to Gilbert's 3, and that's going to be another and one.
The only way to put it is this North Polk defense is sloppy. They can't stop anything that Gilbert's doing.
You know,
anything Gilbert wants to do on offense, they're getting it done. Whether that's they want to drive inside and find an open lane, they get an open lane. Whether they want a corner shot, they get a corner shot. Henningsen will hit his first shot and only shot at the line.
I hate to say it, but their offense is looking just as sloppy as their defense. They are missing easy passes. They just simply cannot seem to connect a pass. They can't get down the court. If North Polk doesn't change something up at halftime, then this game is gone.
Mannock finds Sullivan. Sullivan needs to get the ball across half, and he does to Mathis. Mathis looks to drive in, hands it off to Crab. Crab off to Sullivan. Sullivan here, hands it to Mannock. Mannock looking to set up the offense here for the Comets. Mannock gets his dribble picked up, gives it back to Sullivan. Sullivan for three.
Thank goodness.
North Polk finally scores here with the deep three by Jevin Sullivan.
Beautiful three-point shot.
Dresser now hands it off to Hansen. Hansen off to Papish. Papish hand off back to Hansen. Hansen to Dresser. Dresser drives inside open lane and scores. 15-39, 4 minutes remaining in the half. Mannock over to Sullivan. Sullivan looks up the court, nothing there, to Mannock. Mannock back to Sullivan. Looks middle, has to get the ball across, and does to Mathis. Mannock now. Back to Sullivan for a deep three. Sullivan again for the three.
Jevin Sullivan honestly carrying North Polk at this point in the game.
Cuts the lead down here to 21. Inside there to Hansen. Wide open once again on the backdoor cut.
You know, right now Jevin Sullivan has 14 points, and that he's accounting for all of the Comets' points except for 2.
Pass is intercepted by Johnson. Gets it up the floor there to Tucker Hansen. Tucker Hansen hands it off to Papish. Papish over to Hansen. Hansen to Hansen. Over to Dresser. Papish drives inside. Foul is called. He'll be at the line for 2. They're going to give him shots on that one.
You know, the Comets seem to have found a decently effective solution to the press by just yeeting that thing down the court, you know, Aaron Rodgers style. But Gilbert's picked up on it. They're stealing it away. I don't even know if the Comets are going to be able to even get down to their side of the court as they fall 18-41 with 3 minutes remaining in the half.
Papish's first is good at the line. Weig and Bouchard checking the game here for Mathis and Mannock. Aki's checked back in the game there for Tucker Hansen.
His elbow seems to be fine. Let's see if he
Papish
can help Jevin Sullivan out.
at the line for a second. And bounces off the back iron, no good. Jones on the rebound, gives it to Sullivan. Sullivan will bring the ball up the court here, covered by Aki. Sullivan, nice crossover. Pump fakes, hands it off to Jones. Jones drives down middle. Layup there by Thomas Jones, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson to Papish. Papish over to Dresser. Dresser drives inside, lays it up, no good. Rebounded by Johnson on the offensive board. Missed layup there, wide open, and couldn't convert on that open layup.
Thank goodness for Jevin Sullivan getting that rebound, or else that would not have been a very good look for the Comets.
Jevin here now for the North Polk Comets. Hands it off to Kobe Bouchard. Back to Weig. Weig over to Sullivan in the corner. Sullivan up top. Sullivan takes a contested three, is good. Finds the mark there. They call it a 2. His foot was on the line.
Sullivan's going to have to keep doing that right now. No other Comets way to shoot it.
Hansen way short on that three. Can't even find the rim. Jevin Sullivan now sets up the offense up top. Gives it to Kobe Bouchard. Kobe Bouchard looks over to Jevin Sullivan for another three. Another three by Jevin Sullivan.
Yes, sir!
Jevin Sullivan now has 19 points here for the North Polk Comets. 23-42, a minute 50 remaining in the half. Dresser now up top. Screened by Papish. In the corner there to Brick Hansen. Back to Papish. Papish inside to Johnson. Johnson over to Dresser. Dresser pump fakes, drives inside, spins right, lays it up and good. Jevin Sullivan inbounds to Kobe Bouchard. Bouchard now with the ball, tries to break the press. Picks up the ball, gets it over to Crabb. Crabb back to Bouchard. Bouchard drives past Hansen, hops inside, foul is called on the shot. No shot there, it's on the floor. Kobe Bouchard will inbounds.
Comets are currently down 21. They're going to need to figure out something fast. Luke Maring comes in for Nathan Crabb. Gonna throw that up top.
North Polk down by 21. Bouchard inbounds to Maring. Maring tries to go for the layup, is fouled. He'll be at the line for two. First one is good for Maring. He cuts the lead it to 20.
That's actually going to make Luke Maring the second highest scoring player on the Comets offense with 3 points. 4 points behind Jevin Sullivan's 19.
Tyrones takes the ball at the floor, runs right down the middle, hands it off to Aki. Aki inside and good on the pull-up midi. Jevin Sullivan inbounds to Kobe Bouchard. Bouchard up to Maring. Maring gets the ball across half court to Jones. Jones up top, hands it off to Sullivan. Sullivan looking to set up the offense, calls for a screen, hands it off to Maring for three. Three is no good, rattles all around the rim and out. Tyrones pushes the ball up the floor here quick. Nobody down North Polk to stop him. Dresser wide open for three, no good. Weig is on the ground. Foul is called on Dresser. It'll be North Polk ball. 25-56, 34.2 remaining in the half.
As Andrew Weig knocked down again. Gilbert does not seem to be a big fan of him.
Sullivan inbounds. Pressure defense still on here by the Gilbert Tigers. Bouchard will bring the ball up the floor. Looking to break the press, and does.
Bouchard breaking out some moves.
It's covered by Papish. Jevin screens for Weig. Weig gets an easy cut down low for the lay.
Sorry about that.
Dresser hands it off to Aki. Aki over to Henningsen for the wide open three off the front of the rim, no good. Henningsen gets his own board. Aki in the corner, drives inside, wide open lane, no good on the layup. Jones is right there for the easy offensive board.
That's going to take us to half. Wow. There's a quick look at the score for you guys. Comets 27, Gilbert 48.
Yeah, and North Polk is going to enter the second half with a 21-point deficit. Started off the game going 7-0. A 7-0 run right off the bat. And then let Gilbert go on a 21-3 run. And now we're down by 21. So North Polk has not been able to stop Gilbert's offense. It's as simple as that. Gilbert is doing anything that they want inside. North Polk is not rebounding the ball. Gilbert's getting every offensive rebound they want. They're hitting from three, driving inside, getting wide open, laying it up, and North Polk can't score. Their only person that can score right now is Jevin Sullivan.
Absolutely.
And he's creating his own shots. He tries to get his teammates open, but it either leads to turnovers or it leads to missed shots or missed opportunities. And it's not looking good right now for the North Polk Comets.
Yeah, because it seems as though every time the Comets find a solution to a problem, Gilbert makes a brand new one for them. Early in the game was the press defense, and a solution seemed to be Jevin Sullivan just throwing that thing down the court.
Jevin Sullivan has 19 of the Comets' 27 points here in the first.
Yeah,
And
Luke Maring following behind him with 4.
4, yeah. It's been a low-scoring half there for the North Polk Comets, and they just have to find a way to pick up the defense. The defense has been poor because Gilbert's doing anything that they please. Anything that they want to do, they're getting done. They've even missed open layups down low and missed opportunities, but they just get the offensive rebound, kick it out, and bang a 3. And
they're doing it every time. And
they got to clean it up. They got to come in with a new game plan defensively and offensively, because offensively they're not getting it done either.
Yeah,
So,
I'd love to see Jevin Sullivan, well, dare I say, get some help in the second half. I mean,
yeah.
In my experience with the North Polk Comet basketball, the third quarter is always a very big struggle for North Polk men's teams. Last game, the basketball team down 6 points to Pella at half, came back, and then I believe got 20 dropped on them. 20 unanswered points in the third quarter alone, and it becomes tough. So I'm really, really hoping that the Comets can come back. They can turn that around. They can have a great third quarter, and then they can change things up, and hopefully at least get closer, if not win this game.
Yep, North Polk down 21, 27-48. We have 7 minutes left in the break, and we'll see you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have 2 minutes here remaining in halftime. And halftime might have been more exciting than that first half of basketball, Chris.
Yeah. You know, I hate to say it, but during halftime, both of the student sections got really into it. We saw Ryan Fausch of the North Polk student section drain a three from the student section itself. Honestly impressive. You know, I don't see any reason why he can't get on the court right now and help Jevin Sullivan out.
We saw Sal Cabaldo go out there and try to dunk and then got shown up by like some kid who was 6'8", came down there and threw it down with 2 hands.
Yeah, you know, I'm actually gonna zoom in on him real quick. This guy on Gilbert's sideline dunked like it was nothing. Right there, you could see him just towering over everybody else. You know, I don't see why Gilbert doesn't have him out on the court right now.
So now that we got whatever happened at halftime out of the way, let's recap that first half for those who are just tuning in. North Polk is down 27-48 here after the first half, and it has not been a good start to them in this game. They started out the first few seconds really well, going on a 7-0 run, but then led up a 21-3 run.
Yeah, you know, I mean, things right now are not looking too good for the Comets. I'm really hoping to see a little more improvement coming off a half. I'm really hoping that their coach could rally them and hopefully get them back into this ball game. It's not going to be easy. That is for sure.
19 of 27 points have come from Jevin Sullivan. Sullivan has been the main offense for the North Polk Comets. So we'll see if he can get a little help here in the second, because the second leading scorer for the Comets is 4 points by Luke Mehring. And that's really going to need to step up if North Polk is going to want to try to make a push back into this game. This game's not quite out of reach. You got 2 quarters of basketball left here to play, and you got a lot of time left to make a run back at them. They're just going to have to really work on their defense. Their defense in that first half was, hate to say it, but awful.
It was worse than awful. I feel like awful is being too nice to it.
Anything Gilbert wanted to do on the offensive end, they were allowed to do, and they had open looks at it. And North Polk is really going to have to clean that up here in the second half and make Gilbert work for their points, because in the first half it was just handed to them on a silver platter.
You know, here we go, about to get this game underway. Looks like the Comets are going to come out with Thomas Jones, Jevin Sullivan, Luke Mehring, Kobe Bouchard, and Wiggle Weig himself.
And Gilbert Tigers will take the ball here out of bounds at half. Tyrones to inbounds. He inbounds to Aki, wide open for a 3. And luckily he misses that as it bounced all around the rim. Weig gets the rebound. A foul is called on number 21, Tyrones. That'll be his 3rd. Sullivan to inbound here for the Comets. Pressure defense still here by the Gilbert Tigers. North Polk hasn't been able to break it quite well this game. But they'll back off here a little bit as Sullivan gets it across half court here to Kobe Bouchard. Bouchard now at the top. Bouchard inside to Jones. Jones looks for Sullivan on the wing for a 3. Sullivan, 22 points in the game as he bangs home the trifecta.
Well, Jevin Sullivan did not miss a stride during halftime.
Dresser up top to Tyrones. Tyrones travels. It is called. Whistles blown. It'll be North Polk ball.
You know, I hope 21 has his plane ticket, because he sure is traveling. Ba-doom-tsh.
We're going to pretend you didn't say that. Kobe Bouchard now with the ball for the Comets. Bouchard crosses the half court, hands it off to Jones. Jones looks to drive inside, spins left, out top to Sullivan. Sullivan up the top of the key here now for the Comets. High post now, Jones.
Thomas is a tough guy.
Jones backs it down inside, lays it in, but no good. Pressure's too much for Jones. Nice move, but can't finish. Aki now passes Dresser back to Aki. Aki up top to Papish for 3, no good. Almost rebounded there by the offense. Mehring gets the ball, and a push is called by Papish, blocking foul.
Comets have cut this lead down 30-48 already.
Sullivan to inbound. He finds Bouchard, almost stolen away there by Tyrones. Bouchard drives inside, kicks it out to Sullivan. A travel is called. Kobe took 1 too many steps. Tried to push it, but pushed too fast up the court. 18-point lead here for the Tigers, 30-48, 6:30 remaining in the game, in the quarter. Tyrones over to Aki. Aki down low to Papish for a midi, and that's good by Jacob Papish. Bouchard. Bouchard looking to get the ball past half, and he does. Bouchard now looking to set up the offense. Gives it to Jones. Jones over to Sullivan. Back up top to Maring. On the left wing to Bouchard. Bouchard with the lob there to Weig. Weig does not go up with it. In the corner to Sullivan. He's double teamed. Bouchard now on the wing. Wing over to Weig. Weig for three. That's good by Andrew Weig.
Andrew Weig doing what he did last game. I believe that was his second shot of the night. That's going to be good.
But Henningsen is wide open by the nice feed there by Tyrones for the layup. Bouchard now will get the ball across half court. Blocking foul is called on number 30, Jack Dresser.
Oh! Gilbert's student section just flamed North Polk. I don't even know if I can repeat that.
Sullivan inbounds to Bouchard. Bouchard now with the ball. Hansen guarding. Bouchard over to Jones. Over to Sullivan. Aki on Sullivan. Sullivan looks to drive baseline, cut off by Aki. Sullivan up top to Maring. Maring over to Bouchard. Bouchard over to Jones. Back to Sullivan. Up top to Maring. Back to Bouchard. Over to Weig. Top of the key here. Back to Sullivan. Almost stolen away by Hansen.
If you start watching the matchup between number 41 of
drives
Gilbert,
inside, wide open layup by Weig.
And number 14, Thomas Jones, definitely giving a real pushing match down below the basket right there.
Dresser spins over to Aki. Aki drives inside out to Henningsen for the open three. Henningsen can't knock it down. Out of bounds on number 30, Jack Dresser.
Right now Gilbert has the lead by 19. It is Gilbert 52 and North Polk 33.
Sullivan with the
back
ball.
To Jevin.
Sullivan up to Jones. Jones over to Bouchard. Bouchard to Weig for three in the corner. No good. Short. Off the rim. Foul called on Andrew Weig. That'll be his second. Henningsen to inbound here for the Tigers. Inbounds to Dresser. 1-2-2 press here for the Comets. Hansen drives inside, wide open lane, and that's good by Tucker Hansen. Maring over to Sullivan. Sullivan up to Bouchard. Bouchard in the corner to Jones. Jones double teamed in the corner. Jones looks to drive inside. Blocking foul is called. North Polk will take it out on the baseline. Sullivan to inbound here for the Comets. Finds
North
Bouchard.
Polk is still fighting in this game.
Bouchard over to Maring. Maring over to Weig. Weig drives baseline, gets double team. Jevin Sullivan up for the floater. No good, just short off the rim. Dresser now for the Tigers. Finds Tucker Hansen. Hansen in the corner. Aki wide open three, short. Hansen on the offensive rebound. Hansen puts it up, no good. Johnson on the offensive rebound, puts it up and good. North Polk really needs to limit these offensive rebounds that they're giving Gilbert because it's hurting them inside. Jevin Sullivan now looks to get it up the floor, finds Maring. Maring crosses half court, gets it to Jones. Wide in the corner, blocked by Henningsen.
Goodness.
Henningsen comes out of nowhere across the lane to block that three. And North Polk can't get anything to go for them offensively. It's been a struggle all game.
You know, I hate to say it, but I wish we had instant replay cam because that was the cleanest block I've ever seen.
Looked like Zion against Virginia. Weig here on the corner. Up to Jones, over to Bouchard. Bouchard up to Sullivan. Sullivan pump fakes, drives inside, step back,
mid-range.
Bangs the midi. Tyrones here for Gilbert. Tyrones drives inside, Hansen on the corner. Hansen back up to Tyrones. Drives inside, puts it up, and pass is tipped by Nathan Crabb, out of bounds on North Polk Comets. Gilbert Tigers retains possession. Drones into Aki for the wide open three. Perfect screen there, but Aki can't get the three to go. Tyrones is on the offensive rebound, and he floats it in there, and that's good. Bouchard into Sullivan. Sullivan back to Bouchard. Bouchard needs to get it past half. He's got Weig open past half. Somebody's got to help him out, and pass is turned over. Johnson tries to get it down low to Hanson quickly. Pass is thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, as
Two
it turns
sloppy
out,
plays in a row.
yeah, number 40's teammate must have missed school because he had no one to throw it to right there.
35-58 here, 2:47 remaining in the third. North Polk trails by 23, correction. Sullivan now with the ball, up to Mathis, past half court, back to Manock. Manock double teamed on the wing, back to Sullivan up top. Sullivan now with the ball. Sullivan drives inside. Offensive foul is called on the great drive there by Jevin Sullivan, but there must have been a little too much contact. Not sure where the foul was, but Stripe saw it, and he calls the offensive charge there on Sullivan. Hanson with the ball. Almost turns it over, recovers, passes to Tyrones. On the wing to Hanson. Hanson up top to Tyrones, back to Hanson for three. No good. Hanson on the rebound, back over to Hanson. Back to Tyrones for three. Bangs home the three. Wide open there on the shot at the top of the key. No defense in sight. 35-61, 2 minutes remaining in the third. Manock gets it up to Sullivan. Sullivan past half court now. Double teamed up top in the top left corner. Manock down low to Mathis. Back to Sullivan for three. No good. Manock goes for the offensive rebound. Pass is called on number 41.
Looked like a great rebound from Trevor Mathis
Johnson
right there. It's a shame that foul was called. He would have had that one.
Manock to inbounds. Manock inbounds to Sullivan. Sullivan inside. Spins, fades, and good
sir.
From mid-range. Jevin Sullivan. Mathis picks up Tyrones. Tyrones ball stripped by Manock. Manock has the wide open lane. Chased down by Hanson. Almost blocked, but the layup is good.
That's what I like to
hesitation. Crab here on Tyrones. Tyrones over to Johnson. Johnson over to Hanson. In the corner to Hanson. Back to Hanson. Crab. And no good there on the three by Tyrones. Tries to save the pass. Stolen by Sullivan. Sullivan now. Jones over to Manock. Manock to Sullivan. Sullivan inside. Sullivan to Crab.
Oh, looks like it's going to go back to Manock.
Manock.
Thank you. Huge shout out to Sean Golitzer for the free hot dogs.
Up top to Jones. Jones over to Sullivan for three. No good. Rebounded by Tyrones.
Thomas Jones seems to be the only Comet presence.
To Hanson for three. That's short. Sullivan tries to battle for the defensive rebound, but is called for the foul.
You know, you got to give Thomas Jones some credit. He's in the bat. You know, he's down low. He's trying to do it, but they've got so many guys down there, and they're just a little too tall for Thomas Jones to compete with right now.
And North Polk trails by 22, 16.3 remaining in the third. Tyrones will inbound here for the Gilbert Tigers. Tyrones lays it up, no good. Rebound by Henningsen, and gets the layup.
6 seconds in the third.
Mathis with the ball to take it up the floor. Mathis over to Manock. Manock over to Weig. As time expires, that's the end of the third. Not a great third quarter there by North Polk as they're down by 24.
Not at all. I think the Comets are struggling right now, and I'm glad that Jevin Sullivan he's just putting his shoulder down and he's doing his best to stay in this game and keep the Comets in it. But I feel like other members of the Comets, they're starting to step up a little bit. We saw Hunter Mannock with a point there. Trevor Math has been doing great. Thomas Jones has been staying powerful under the basket. You love to see that. Weig had a 3, which is nice, but it might be a little too late.
Yeah, the Comets are giving up way too many easy buckets inside and out. They just can't find an answer to Gilbert's offense, as it's been way too much for them here.
Absolutely. And the rebounds have not been very good for the Comets either. Gilbert does seem to have a bit of a height advantage. Actually, quite the height advantage. They've got a few players, number 41, I believe, and number 23 that are just towering over all the Comets. But Thomas Jones been putting up quite the fight at number 41. If you watch those little matchups under the basket, they're some of the most entertaining I've seen all night.
As North Polk will have the ball to start the 4th and final quarter here of this game. 24-point deficit here for the Comets. 8 minutes left to try to get that back. Jones with the ball. Jones
Comets
over
make
to
a big
Mathis.
offensive push. I could see it happening.
Mathis to Sullivan. Sullivan for the fading midi, no good. Long 2. Can't find the bottom of the net. Dresser gets it to Tyrones. Tyrones inside. Swings it over to Aki. Aki inside to Henningsen. Henningsen lays it up. No good. Rebounded by Mathis.
Right there's that Thomas Jones defense I was talking about.
Mathis drives down, hands it off to Sullivan. Sullivan looking to set up the offense here, finds Weig on the wing. Over to Mannock. Mannock tries to get it to Weig. Pass is tipped and intercepted. Aki down the floor. Layup no good. Blocked by Weig. Putback layup is missed by Papish. Mannock gets it to Mathis. Mathis with the ball now. Tries to get it to Weig. Pass is nearly intercepted but tipped out of bounds. Sullivan to inbound here for the Comets. Sullivan gets it into Mannock. Mannock covered by Aki. Over to Weig. Weig looks to drive inside, picks up his dribble, hands it off to Sullivan. Sullivan pump fakes, drives in, hop step, lays. No good on the little fancy scoop layup. Out of bounds on Henningsen. North Polk will retain possession.
I'm going to still trust Jevin Sullivan on those shots every day. It's right now, he seems to be the only one that's really confident taking shots, which is becoming an issue for the Comets.
Weig tries to get it down low to Sullivan and tipped out of bounds by Gilbert.
0 for the Comets, Kobe Bouchard. And number 11 for the Comets, Trevor Mathis, have been almost shotless all night.
Sullivan up top now for the Comets. Sullivan looking to set up the offense. 6:30 remaining in the game. Comets trail 24. Sullivan on the corner. Sullivan jab steps. Drives in, passes to Weig, back over to Sullivan. Sullivan over to Weig, Weig over to Jones. Jones back to Weig, to Sullivan. Sullivan for the 3. That's good,
yes, sir.
And Sullivan hits the deep contested 3.
Sullivan's got the depth, and
Sullivan
that's what you need right now.
Has 29 points here for the Comets. Thomas Jones tips the rebound to Weig. Thomas gets the ball after a wacky attempt there of a rebound. Sullivan now. Passes intercepted by Tyrones. Tyrones will fly up the floor here. Drives inside over to Aki. Aki inside to Henningsen. Henningsen lays it up and in. Defense by Weig, not enough to stop Henningsen from inside. 42-65, 5:30 remaining in the game.
Mannock.
Sullivan with the ball here. 2-3 zone by Gilbert. Sullivan over to Mannock. Mannock to Weig. Weig over to Sullivan. Sullivan now. Left wing over to Mannock at the top of the key. Mannock into corner to Jones. Jones jab steps, drives left. Hands it off to Mehring. Mehring drives baseline, tries to pass it to Mannock. Nearly intercepted. North Polk Comets will take the ball out of bounds.
Looks like senior Trevor Mathis and seniors Kobe Bouchard are
North
coming
Polk
into the game.
Comets only have 4 on the court right now as they finally get it situated. Thomas Jones come back out. As Marion has the ball in the corner. Kobe Bouchard up top. Pass is tipped.
Oh.
Throw it right into the hands of
Good
Hansen.
rally by the Comets.
Henningsen there. Drives inside. No shot. Foul is called on the floor. Bouchard. That will be North Polk's 15th foul, I believe, as Gilbert will take it in from underneath. 14th foul this half.
Oh, thank goodness. Luke Maring.
A travel is called.
Comets cannot catch a break tonight.
Comets can't get anything going their way, offensively or defensively. It's been a struggle all night as Aki is fouled on the layup. Push from behind from Kobe Bouchard as Bouchard picks up his 4th foul. Aki at the line here for 2.
Looks like Aki is going to be taking this one.
And the first one rolls
no
all
good.
around every part of the rim and out. Can extend that Gilbert lead to 24. But does extend it to 24 on that second free throw. Bouchard now for the Comets. Bouchard setting up the offense now. Gets it inside to Sullivan. Sullivan looks to go out for 3. Finds the guy behind him. Doesn't shoot. Tries to get it inside to Jones. Pass is thrown away once again. Dresser over to Aki. Back to Hansen to Dresser. Dresser inside to Johnson for the wide open layup.
Another one for the Tigers.
That's the story of the game here as they've gotten every opportunity they've wanted inside, wide open. Bouchard now inside to Mathis. Mathis over to Sullivan for the deep 3. Sullivan no good,
barely
short.
off the mark.
Aki on the rebound. Aki drives down the floor. Step backs, hands it to Henningsen. Henningsen drives inside. Easy lay inside for Henningsen.
So the Comets need someone to stop that driving to the inside because that's been haunting them all night.
70-42 here. 28-point deficit for the Comets. Jones high post. Tries to get it over to Maring. Pass is intercepted. Dresser now. Gets it to Aki. No look pass. Aki with the easy lay. Extends it to a 30-point lead.
Aki going to drop another one.
Mathis drives baseline, kicks it out to Bouchard for the deep 3. Bouchard!
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Kobe Bouchard. His first shot of the night, his first points of the night.
27-point deficit here, 3 points remaining. Easy layup there by Hansen, gets the lead out to 29. And
hardly contested at all by the Comets.
I know we said it last game and it almost came true, but it's pretty good to say this game's as good as done. Mathis in the corner.
Yeah, you know, we almost jinxed it last game. I'm hoping we can jinx it this time. Yeah, the game's done. Comets, please come back.
Mathis, floater, no good.
It's Trevor Mathis' first shot of the night.
As Dresser has the ball now, spins inside Aki, a wide open 3, and that's good.
Matthew Aki out here looking like LeBron.
Kobe Bouchard
19 points
now.
on the night, leading scorer.
Bouchard over to Mathis. Mathis high post to Jones. Jones.
Sullivan open on the back door.
Out to Bouchard. Bouchard pump fakes, drives inside. Tries to get the pass over to Maring, but it's foul.
Looks like North Polk is going in for the entire roster swap out with Nathan Crabb, Marcus Hopper, Jack Bunkers, and Hunter Mannock. Oh, and Matthew Crabb. Well, folks, that game is pretty much good as gone right now. Jevon Sullivan, 29 points on the night. Absolutely amazing, you know. You got to give him some credit right now.
Mannock getting bounced to Bunkers. Bunkers over to Crabb. Crabb pump fakes. Drives inside. Over to Bunkers for 3. Bunkers, no good. Hoppered on the offensive rebound. Foul is called on number 5, Jonah Hillman. Hoppered at the line here for a 1-and-1 opportunity. First one is no good off the front of the rim. Papish with the ball. Papish drives inside. Foul is called on the third step, but no travel. Oh, an offensive foul, okay. So Bunkers will inbound here for the Comets. Bunkers over to Mannock. Crab to Bunkers.
Pass out to Bunkers. Bunkers down to Nathan Crab with the three.
That's
yes,
good
sir!
By Nathan Crab.
You know, Nathan Crab, he's a fantastic kid.
Hansen drives inside. Burke Hansen, no good on the lay. Can't find the rim. Travel is called on number 15, Nick Chasey. 1:37 remaining, 77-48, 29-point deficit for the Comets. Mannock tries to get it to Crab, misses the pass. 25 for Gilbert.
Easy layup.
I don't have a name for him. Jack Bunkers with the ball. Bunkers over to Crab.
It's going to see
Crab
Mannock.
over to Mannock. Mannock nearly misses the pass. Back to Nathan Crab. Nathan Crab to Jack Bunkers for three. Bunkers finds the bottom
Bunkers
of the net.
going to knock one down.
Maybe we should have put these players in. Maybe we'd have somebody who was hungry enough to want to try to get back into the lead.
Who knows? Hey, you know, I hope we jinxed it. I mean, who says a Comet comeback can't happen yet, you know?
Well, they could narrowly escape the half with 24 points. I'm sure they can't come back with 24 points in a minute, Chris.
Well, I just want to remind everyone tuning in to please subscribe to NP Broadcast and turn on those post notifications so you know when we're streaming. Not only do we have the basketball games now, but we also have a monthly newscast that we run. So I'd love it if you guys could check that out sometime.
Mannock here gets it over to Bunkers. Bunkers in the corner to Matt Crab.
44
Matt Crab,
seconds left in
double
this
team,
game.
pass is thrown away. 39 seconds remaining in this game. Comets down by 30.
I don't even know who this guy's name is.
Hillman
we're
hands it
that
off to
deep on
Chasey.
Gilbert's lineup.
Chasey to 25. 25 tries to lay it up. Jump ball is called. Bunkers ties him up from behind. It'll be Gilbert ball.
You know, but you gotta recognize that both sides brought huge student sections, and you love to see that student involvement from both sides of the community. Absolutely fantastic. Otherwise, you know, not a fantastic game for the Comets. Gilbert looks solid tonight, though. Not gonna lie to you guys, Gilbert looks fantastic. The score is 51-83, and that may very well be the final score with 15 seconds remaining.
North Polk should just hold the ball here and avoid another turnover. Bunkers up top. Bunkers over to Mannock. Mannock to Bunkers. Bunkers to Nathan Crab for
3.
No good.
2, 1. That's game.
And that's game. 32-point loss here for the Comets, following a 29-point loss Tuesday. Jevin Sullivan, the player of the game for the Comets, 29 points. Couldn't find an answer for Gilbert. It's as simple as that. Poor defense, poor offense. Nothing went the Comets' way.
Absolutely. You know, I do my best to try and find positives in every game, and I got to say the Comets fought. The Comets fought in the third quarter, no doubt, but Gilbert all around just a better team. They put up better points. Aki, absolutely amazing. Great defensive player, great offensive player. That's number 1 for Gilbert, Matthew Aki. He put up 19 tonight. And Jevin Sullivan for the Comets, number 22, dropped 29, but it just wasn't enough as the Comets attempted to rally. But I'd like to remind everybody watching right now that we will be back for the next Comet home game, and to please tune in next time.